Good morning and welcome to Buddha's in Your Landfill, or Buddhism just plain and simple. And the title of today's talk is There's Gold in Your Backyard. And I'm home alone, as you know, if you follow, and I've been kind of having a gushing of insights here because there's no distractions. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to have any chores. I don't have to talk to anybody. Not that I want to stay like this, but right now I'm enjoying the gushing of insights that I catch in my writing. It's kind of like, I got to think about the oil gusher, the prospector for oil. And he's drilling, drill baby, drill baby. And then he finds it and the oil gushes up and he's bathing in the black gold and they're catching it, and it's power. The center is power, you see. But for the prospector, it's out there somewhere. You got to find it out there, It's in the ocean. It's in the Arctic. This is all metaphor for drilling for our lost center that we believe is out there. And of course, it's getting harder and harder to find our center out there because our modern world destroys our center. That's the problem with the modern world. It's reached a point where there is no center anywhere. See, the modern world started at the end of the Middle Ages with Descartes and Francis Bacon and Galileo and Copernicus, and they took away the old centers. The earth used to be the center of the world. No. Man used to be the center of the world. No. God is the center of the world. No. It's just a big bang. It's all chance, random, no center. Well, there has to be a center. So where did the modern world make its center? Well, it created its center in the individual. The Western world, the European world, is the only mythology in humanity that really worshipped and created the idea of the autonomous individual. And this was the pagan religion of Europe, the hunting religion. I get all this from Joseph Campbell, so I'm not just gushing off something that I haven't been working on all my life. But the pagan European mythology was the hunting society, Paleolithic hunters. And a hunter is a power center. He brings in the food. The hunter has the skills to support the family and the tribe, you see. But then the competing mythology was in the Middle East, the planting society. Different mythology, different order, different way of looking at the world. But anyway, I digress. So let me go back to, I don't want to get off on that. So let me get back to this idea of the individual in the Western democracies. The individual is the center of the world. That's the way our democracy works. You're the center and you got to vote. Your vote changes our world, you see. But then in our system is since you give your power to you vote for a representative center. Now he's your center and he takes your power to Congress and he competes with other centers to get you some good deals. See how that works? Every individual is the center of the world in a democracy. But then, since every center is very unwieldy and can't work in pure democracy, the whole nation can't vote on every little piece of legislation, you see. That would be a logjam. So we elect a center. We elect a representative of our center. And we give him our power. So when you elect a congressman or a senator, he is your proxy center. Now you have given him your vote, which is your power. You've given him your vote, and he goes off to defend your interests, your power. And then, of course, there's the president. Now, that's a little different mythology there, because now the president is the center of all the people. So he is like the emissary or the son of God. The president is the son of the people. The president is the emissary of all the people, and all of the people's power goes into that one president, you see, into that one center. Now, that one center as president is a national God. Now, he is going to compete and fight and make deals with other gods, other nations, who also have given their leader the power of the center. Well, this is all external. I mean, this is the way this system works. So you get this is all really metaphorical in the sense that what we're really interested in is my original power of my center before I give it away. Who am I before I give my power away to my husband or my wife or the patriarch of the family or the grandmother, the matriarch, or before I give it to my representative or my senator or my president, or before I give it to Jesus even? Who am I before I give my power away? We don't even think we have any power. You know, this is the problem with the modern world. We've lost our center. We've lost our power as an individual. America has lost its individual centers because nobody's making anything. You know, when you make stuff, you have power. If you can't make stuff, you have no power. So there are a lot of forces at work here, but the problem and what we're looking at is, where is my center that depends upon no external conditions? You see, that's what we want. I don't want a center that's conditioned. I don't want a center that depends on favorable conditions. Oh, when I get a new job, I'll have my center. I get a new marriage, I'll have my center. I get a new, when I get my health back, I'll get my center back, you see. So this whole idea of chasing after our center and our power is in time. It's always in the next, it's never here, you see. We never drill for oil here. It's always over there. In time, we drill for our oil, our power, our gusher. The only thing that gives us the sense of a gusher in the present moment is sex. Sex is a gusher of power. And so that's our fallback center. But that's conditional too. That's temporary. You don't have a permanent orgasm. You see, it would become painful if it did. Stop, I've been having an orgasm for 5 years now. I got to stop. So the gold in your backyard. So we're looking at this little diagram of your center of power is within. So the gusher we're looking for is within. Now this is Buddhism. This is the spiritual journey. This is the all of our myths, all of our movies. I was just writing about the Titanic and Avatar, James Cameron's two big blockbusters. Both of them are a search for the center within. The Titanic movie, and I just saw this clearly when I was writing on it this morning, is a metaphor for the objective world, for our civilization is the Titanic. And DiCaprio's character and Rose represent the center. And the metaphor for the center is that jewel, the Star of India. That was the center. And everybody wanted it, you see. The people, the guy on the Titanic wanted to get it because he wanted to have the center, but Rose kept it. And DiCaprio's character was a sacrificial character. He sacrificed his center and gave it to Rose, the sacrificial center. And so she lived a whole life, but she kept that center. And then at the end of her life, she threw it back in the ocean, you see. But the civilization sank. And I remember DiCaprio's, can't remember his name, on the bow of the Titanic. I'm the king of the world. He was in his center. And he was gushing creativity, portraits. He was an artist, all of that, you see. Creativity is gushing out of his center. So then the other movie, Avatar, was also about the center, but this was a totally different way of looking at it. The sky people are the Titanic. The sky people, the it people. The sky people, everything's an it. Everything's an object. That's just trees. There's no sacred tree. You pull up one tree and you pull up one sacred tree and another one's there, you see. We're searching for unobtainium, our lost center. The earth has lost its center. We're out here digging for it on Pandora. Of course, the Navi have their center. They are the center of the world. And so Jake Sully, you see, is us. He's the hero who moves from being lost, being crippled, the wound that won't heal, lost among the it people, and he discovers his center in the Navi, the I people. But he combines them too. He combines them. He doesn't say, I won't be an I, get rid of the external world. I just want to be a subjective world. Or I want to be just live in my own self and the hell with the rest of the world. Neither one of those is finding your center. So anyway, he does a grafting. He merges the two. He merges the I, the it, and the I, and he wakes up. He's a Buddha. At the end of the movie, he's a Buddha. He's the awakened one who has found his center. So I've been doing these diagrams here. You see the center is here, but it's also here. You see, this is the it world. This is the I world. But our world, the world we live in, is all it's. It's sky people. It's the Titanic. The scientific revolution created a world of its because you want to fix the its. You want to make them better. Its are entitled, including me. I'm in it. Now I look in the mirror and I don't like it. I look in the mirror and say, I should be better. Or I look at myself through the eyes of others and I say, something's wrong with me. I freeze up. I freeze. People are looking at me. Panic. Stage fright. Are you looking at me? Judgment. Fear. Anger. All of these come because we're trapped in the it. We have no I. We have no center. That doesn't depend upon an it. You see, who am I before the it? This is Zen. Zen Buddhism. Who were you before your parents were born? Who were you before the it came? Who were you before you gave it all away? Who are you before you gave away your inheritance? Who are you before you gave away your power, you see? Who'd you give it to? Give it to Trump? Give it to Obama? Give it to Hillary? Give it to Jesus? Give it to Muhammad? Give it to Buddha? Whatever, you see. Who'd you give it to? Who's your center? You see. So we're all giving our center away. Does your wife have your center? Does your husband have your center? Who do you orbit around? Where is your gold? Where is your power? You see. It's all out there, we think. But from the gold in your backyard is that you're standing on it. It's not out there. You're it. The gold of this present moment is your center. So in order to get to the present moment as your center, the now, says Eckhart Tolle, the power of now, in order to get to your center, you have to give up looking for it out there as an it. You have to see the illusion. You have to see the futility through and through. You have to see the ignorance of looking for your center in the wrong place. And when you see that, Snap, bang, thank you, ma'am, you're in your center. And the oil just gushes up. You've struck gold. But then the it comes back in and say, oh, I'm special now. I'm somebody now. I'm rich. And bam, the gusher stops. And now you got to find your center again. That's the spiritual path. Thanks for dropping in.